Warning, this LGS file, although in public domain, does contain some content which could be ill-advised to consume, such as anomalous architecture or eldritch horror, along with extreme violence and a military incident. You have been warned. On October 14th, 2019, the LGS stormed and raided an old dagger compound outside of Austin, Texas. The compound consists of 15 acres of grassland and forest, 2 large rings of reinforced electrified fence made circles in the 20-acre plot of land, one protecting the 20 acres from the rest of the world, and another protecting the inside ring from the compound itself. The compound from the outside appeared to be a 1-story barn around 30 by 70 feet, with some strange industrial equipment on its flank, and solar panels on the roof. However, once agents infiltrated the building, the architecture showed itself to be anomalous, as there was 4 stories inside the building that seemed to be above ground, an additional 8 that went well below, with hundreds of tons of industrial equipment, most of it anomalous. Based on records kept in the old dagger compound, it seemed that they were making anomalous items, such as super soldier serums or various anomalous machines or weapons. However, the place had been emptied out as a large order had been shipped off to San Francisco and Shanghai. However, the few anomalous items that remained seemed A, to serve a defensive function for the compound, and B, were designed specifically so that LGS operatives would have a difficult time in putting the threat down and ensuring civilian safety. The list of anomalous objects and their effects goes as follows. Item 1. The Dino Hunter Disc. In the compound was a copy of Carnivores 2, a game about hunting dinosaurs on an alien planet. However, whenever your character in the video game would run into a dinosaur, it would transform and morph itself out of the screen and become a part of our reality. The compound had set up a system that allowed for the dinosaurs that the character encountered to morph into our reality and then run through a series of tunnels and out into the barrier zone. Many Legionnaires lost their lives getting into the compound due to the dinosaurs. And the dinosaurs have been subsequently exterminated and their bodies removed. Also, unfortunately, the dinosaurs that were encountered by the Legionnaires kept many of their in-game statistics, as they say. In Carnivores 2, the only way to kill the Tyrannosaurus is by shooting it in the eye. So the Tyrannosaurus encountered by our Legionnaires was able to claim dozens of lives before a well-placed shotgun blast to the eyeball that punctured through its brain case put the beast down. Item 2. The Fly Swatter. An anomalous fly swatter which seemed to square the measurements and dimensions of whichever insect it struck. So pretty quickly, a small housefly with a 15mm wingspan became a fly with a 166-foot wingspan that had to be shot down by helicopters. The fly in question, and all other recorded insect specimens that were affected by this anomalous object, seemed to incur no difficulties in respiration or movement. The last anomalous object discovered at the site was the cellulizer, a machine that could take damaged or nearly destroyed tissue and reconstruct them perfectly. It could even repair neural structures and even return memory. However, the cellulizer was taken, examined, and replicated by the LGS, and every LGS location is required to have at least one cellulizer. Production on cellulizers being used for civilian use is pending, as the anomalous materials and components required to replicate cellulizers are rare and difficult to obtain. Following the raid, the Legion of Global Security turned the site into a base. The conversion took a total of 2 years, opening in 2021. The site was named Trident Alpha and is designated as a military operations and anti-super defense station. This is in response to the recent rise in Texas and in the southern United States as a whole in various activities that the LGS would like to contain, such as a 25% increase in kaiju activity, the 8% increase in super able-born children, which was already high in the southern United States, the 15% increase in anomalous industrialism, and the 35% increase in super-abled crime. The LGS is working day and night to keep the public safe from these threats.